The stories of two women making tough choices for their families intersect in the new mystery by New York Times bestselling author Jean Kwok. She joins us in studio with more on The Leftover Woman. And I'm going to gush here because I read this, I gobbled it up in 2 days because I could not put this book down. It was so suspenseful, and I got so involved in both of the lives of these women. So there are spoilers, and I don't want to give any of them away. So why don't you tell the audience what the book is about?
Well, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. The Leftover Woman is about what happens in China when a young woman gives birth, and it's told shortly afterwards that her baby had died. She grieves, but she finds out a few years later that her daughter had not died, but had been placed for adoption by her husband to a wealthy American couple, another casualty of China's one-child policy. And when the novel opens, she has followed them to New York to get her daughter back.
Okay, and then the other narrative is a very successful publisher.
That's right.
In New York.
That's right. The story is told from 2 points of view, from the point of view of Jasmine, the birth mother, and from Rebecca, the adoptive mother, who has a wealthy husband, high-powered career, a beautiful home, and an adopted Chinese daughter she adores. So The Leftover Woman is about two mothers, two worlds, and one impossible choice.
And both are really leftover women, because I want to read a quote here from the book. This is Jasmine saying, "I was a leftover woman, I realized. After everyone had carved away what they wanted to see in me and taken what they desired, I was all that was left." And that's the case of so many women, isn't it?
I think it's true. I think that as women, we divide ourselves up into so many different roles, you know, to be a mom, to be a career woman, to be a daughter, to be a partner. And there's so many demands. We've got all these balls up in the air. We're trying to keep everything going all at once. And no one judges, you know, us as harshly as we judge ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You write, you were telling me earlier that, that some of this, you write a lot of it autobiographical. So there's some of you in both of these characters.
Absolutely. I mean, I come from a very traditional Chinese family. I'm the youngest of 7 children, and I am a girl. So in terms of both gender and age, I was at the bottom of the hierarchy. And so there's a lot of me in Jasmine and in how she felt oppressed by her society. But there's a lot of me in Rebecca, too, absolutely, as a modern woman trying to do everything all at once.
And I love all the insider information. I'm such a book nerd, and I loved all the insider information about auctions that publishers launch to get the author that they want, and all the little insider baseball details of publishing.
That was so fun to write. That was like the funnest part of the book, because Rebecca, of course, is in the publishing world, and she's got an imminent scandal. She's got to save her career. And just, you know, publishing is such a crazy world for those of us who love books, with its own unspoken rules. And it's just so fun to be able to give the reader a glimpse of that.
Mm-hmm. And kind of the patriarchy that she faces.
That's right, because we all face that, right? Jasmine faces it in China and in the West, and Rebecca's also embroiled in it as well.
Mm-hmm. What was the most fun part of writing this book for you?
I think the most fun part was telling the stories of these two women in a really propulsive, thrilling way. You know, I wanted the reader to pick up the book and not be able to put it down until the end, but also layering in deeper themes where the reader's like, I'm Team Jasmine, but now I'm Team Rebecca. Oh no, who's going to get the child? And having that suspense go on until the very last page.
Yes, and I, you know, this is novel number 4 for you.
Me,
okay,
yes.
I'm so glad that the publisher introduced me to you, because I'm like, now I'm going to go in the back catalog and read the rest of your books, because I so enjoyed this one. I know I'm going to stop talking now so I don't spoil it, but I was just so engrossed in this. So thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. It's lovely to chat with you, Jean Kwok, the bestselling author of The Leftover Woman. It's out now.